Hi everyone, welcome to Silver Crow Tarot. I'm Lindsay, and today I'm going to do part 2 of the pairings I'm loving this autumn. The first up is the Herbal Astrology Oracle with the Witch Sisters Tarot. Connecting to my ancestors who practice witchcraft is a way that I use these decks, as well as grounding myself in nature. I used to live in West Virginia, and I had woods all around me, and so I could go out and explore the woods anytime I wanted to. But since moving to Florida, I've had a hard time grounding, connecting to the woodlands, connecting to nature the way that I used to. It's been a struggle for me trying to get that feeling back. So in a way, these decks sort of take me to that home that I'm missing. And I really enjoy working with these because I know I've mentioned before the Witch Sisters, they hit me so deeply, and this is my ancestry, and this is where, I would live if I could. I would live in the woods with these witches, and I would talk to the trees and the animals and the fae, and, just protect the land any way I could. So this is a way I find that connection. I find that ancestral connection. It takes me, like I said, it takes me home, so to speak. I've lived all around this world, growing up as a military child, and then I was in the military, and then all the traveling I've done in the places I've lived. And I never thought I would say this in 100 years, but it's true. Of all the places I've ever lived, it's the West Virginia mountains that feel like home to me. And even though the Witch Sisters is, this is very much a Scottish deck, there is still that mountain and woods sort of lore to it, and I thoroughly enjoy working with these two together. They do the job of grounding me, making me think, and tapping into that primal, that wild, that feral, if you will, witch within, and I enjoy them. Now, I usually pull, just like I said, or I haven't said yet, an oracle deck, and let whatever prompt comes up on the card lead me into a spread. And if I feel like I need more, or sometimes when I want to close the reading, instead of pulling another oracle from the Herbal Astrology, I will go to Between the Worlds. It's like a bone and charm casting deck. It's by Monica Badursky, and I'm sure everyone has seen this, but it's a lovely little deck, and I will use it quite often, with this pairing anyway. I just like the messages that come through, and it seems to be the perfect message at the perfect time, and it's pretty cool. And to close a deck and get a final message, it works very well that way. So this is the Herbal Astrology Oracle with the Witch Sisters Tarot and Between the Worlds Oracle, and that's the first one. Next up is the Earth Woman Tarot by Tarn Ellis and the Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle by Terry Foss. These I, you know, I'm going to say this all the time, and I'm sorry I keep repeating myself, but it is what it is, man. These two decks are just so lovely together. Accurate, to the point, but incredibly gentle and loving. I really love the colors. I love the artwork on both of them. I think Terry Foss's art is just amazing. And when I bought this deck, I thought to myself, okay, I need no other Oracle deck. I found the last Oracle deck I'll ever get, and I think that was probably 30 Oracles ago or so. So obviously it wasn't the last one. But these are really good. Very, very good together. And I reach for these fairly often, even though the Earth Woman is new to me. I don't know. Maybe it's the colors that are drawing me in. I'm not sure, but I think I went over a week, and these were the only two decks I used because it was at a time when I had anniversaries of deaths that I was processing, and I just needed something gentle and kind, but you know, tell it to me straight. You don't need to sugarcoat everything, but I didn't want anything harsh, and these two really fit that bill. The Earth Woman has such a calm, sort of chill vibe to them, and this deck I call Esme. It's easier to say than Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle, so I just call her Esme. But it's always positive, and sometimes I just need that. I just need that positivity, and they're so pretty together. As far as the colors and so, and I already said that, sorry I'm repeating myself, that I'm actually thinking of taking this pair with me on my upcoming trip. I'm going to be, you know, walking around Italy and Spain, and the last thing I want is anything too deep. But I'd like to take, what do they call this, crown straightener? I'd like to take a couple of crown straightener decks with me, the ones that lift me up and are positive, and I think these two will work nicely for that. The next pairing is Tarot at the End of the Rainbow, who told me its name was Fortune, so that's what I call this deck now. Another shorter name than Tarot at the End of the Rainbow. So this is my Fortune deck, and the Enchanted Map. I've had this deck for a long time, and everybody, if you've seen my videos, I don't want to say everybody, but if you've seen my videos, then you've heard me talk about that. First off, I want to give a shout out to Angel at Feeding My Soul 1212 for her video working with Tarot at the End of the Rainbow, and the artwork she did centered on this deck. Her art was just gorgeous. I wanted another Fae type deck, and after watching Angel's video, I knew that this one would be perfect for me. I also want to take it on my trip, and I think I will probably be using it for Don Michelle's fellowship for November. And I thought it would be a great deck too to take out and about, as you know, we're exploring Europe. I thought it would be kind of cool. But these decks are, it really sort of surprised me. This one always travels with me, and I try to switch tarot decks up, you know, to go with this deck, and I thought, I don't know if these will go. So I did about 4 or 5 readings with this combo, and wow, they just blew my socks off. They went so well together, and as you can see, the artwork is not even, in my opinion, not close, but I think it's the colors that work well with it, and I'm really enjoying the messages that I get from these two. And I have to say, my spirit guides and the little fae folk I talk to sometimes, they like working with these two decks, and that thrilled me, because I really like them. And another thing I like about Fortune is that even though it's rainbow, it's not the primary color rainbow. It's got these beautiful pinks and almost an turquoisey blue in them, and I think it's just gorgeous. I like the art style on it. Oh, this world tree that's everything. That is just stunning, absolutely stunning. Oh, and I think this is what Angel used in her artwork to make something similar to this. It was just gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, these are going to be going with me. They're going to be traveling with me, and they're pretty, but, dark and spooky's okay, but I don't necessarily want dark and spooky on a cruise, if you know what I mean. Don't want that. So this is Enchanted Map Oracle and Tarot at the End of the Rainbow. The next pairing is Season of the Witch Mabon Oracle and the Halloween Tarot. These two decks make my witchy little Halloween heart happy. I originally paired them because of the colors, but then they started vibing together and having fun, and now they love giving me snarky little messages. And that's cool because I'm kind of snarky myself. So this is another deck pairing that I'm thinking about taking on my trip with me. I'm going to be in the middle of the ocean on Halloween, and as much as I love Halloween and decorating and being here and handing candy out to the trick-or-treaters, and having my scarecrow outside and pumpkins and all that stuff, that's not happening this year. So I think I'm going to take this deck with me. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe I'll just take the Halloween Tarot with me, because I gotta have a Halloween-y deck to play with on the 31st. I just need to. And this one will work just fine for me. And if I had my way, much to my husband's chagrin, he's more of a Christmas person, but if I had my way, my house would be decorated Halloween year-round. I mean, I can live that way. I could live in that world. I could live in Halloween Town. It makes me happy. So this is another pairing I've been working with, and they've been getting along quite nicely. It was difficult at first for me to find something that paired well with the Halloween Tarot, and I think it's just because of the art style and because of the bright colors, etc. But Mabon has got some of those colors in it as well, and So that's why I started off that way, and just to see how they worked, and they worked. So I just kept going with these, and I will probably keep these linked up and paired for quite some time. And the last grouping I have here is the John Bower Tarot. I'm sure everyone knows this or has seen it. If not, I'm sure you recognize the backs. And Compendium of Witches Oracle. This one was a surprise to me, and honestly, I've only used it maybe 3 times reading with this little group. I'm going to show you 3 times, but it's been really great. I love the world of John Bower. I think these creatures, these beings, this forest, this land, the trolls, it's fairy tale-ish, and I love it. And I know I mentioned this in a previous video, that this is a warm and cozy deck to me, curling up by the fire, if I had a fire, and reading fairy tales and sipping tea, etc. But this really worked for me. I liked having the guide to take me into this realm, take me into this world that's created here in John Bower, and I will use that, which guide is going to walk me through today into this realm. And if I need to draw other cards, then I'll use the Whispers from the Compendium of Witches, and I'll bring these in, and they look beautiful together as well. Gosh, now I have to do it. I have to do it. I think it's who we are, right? We see it, we gotta make it happen. There we go. Yeah, I think these will work just nicely. Of course, let me switch these so I don't get them all discombobulated here. Yeah, I like these. I like these a lot. The only thing that I wish is that the Whispers here wasn't on such a bright white background. If it was just a little softer, just a little more like an eggshell color or something, I think that would have fit the guide portion or the colors in this one a little bit better. But I really like how these 3, even though it's one oracle deck, it's separated. I like how they work together. I really do. They complement each other. And I was looking at this and I thought, well, what else can I pair with John Bower here? And I came up with, I'm just going to set this to the side, the Green Witches Oracle deck. Can you see that? Okay. And it goes nicely too. So then I had a dilemma. Which ones do I use? Well, that was easy. You use them all, Lindsay. You can just use them all. And so I did. I pulled a guide card. Then I got messages from the creatures here, the trolls and the witches and the fairies. Then I pulled in just another layer, anything else I wanted to know with the Witches Whispers here. Gosh, these are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then at the end of the reading, I closed out with one of the Green Witches. Green Witch Oracle cards. And I closed the reading that way. And when I did it like this, and I closed the reading, and I just said, may I please have a final message, something to take away with me. And I found that there's a keyword, and then there's a couple little, descriptive words down there: harvest, determination, hard work. I found that I took these with me the rest of the day: salt, protection, banishing negativity. And I actually got this one at the end of one of the readings, and I thought, this is something I need to do. This is something I need to do. I was feeling some energy pull that was not my energy. It was someone else's energy, and it felt like they were trying to pull me out. Yes, it was a spirit's energy. And so I did a little spell with salt, and I thought that was great that at the end of the reading it said, now do this. And it worked really well. So I'm excited to see where this goes. I mean, I love it. It's all green. Everything is so green on this. And it's soothing. It's very soothing, and I think the art styles work really well together. So, all right. Nope, I don't see any others at the moment. So this is the final one. And thank you. Thank you for spending some time with me. If you've got any of these and you pair them like this, let me know. I want to know what everybody else is doing out there. If not, or you have something else that you pair these decks with, let me know. I would like to know that too. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you stopping by and having a look at my video, and I appreciate the comments that come through. I try to answer every single one of them. I'm just in awe that I have anybody who stops by and watches some of my videos and spends some of their precious time with me. It humbles me. It truly does. And I appreciate that. So thank you. And until next time, peace and love.